On this episode of the Infowars News Blitz, White House gave ISIS oil tankers warning before bombing raid. Tulsi Gabbard says that war against Assad is unconstitutional, and con PC kids say Black Friday is racist. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the final week of November 30th, 2015, this is the first article of the day here. It's an article written by Paul Joseph Watson. The title is called, White House Gave ISIS 45-minute warning before bombing oil tankers. Underneath it says, why did it take 15 months for U.S. to target the Islamic oil infrastructure? I don't know, maybe because they were actually funding these bastards? Anyway. The Obama White House is giving a 45-minute warning before bombing their oil tankers by dropping leaflets advising potential jihadists to flee before the airstrikes in Syria. Get out of your trucks now and run away from them. Warning, airstrikes are coming. Oil tankers will be destroyed. Get away from your oil trucks immediately. Don't risk your life, the leaflet says. The leaflet droplets are justified under the promise that the oil tanker drivers might be civilians and not ISIS recruits, although they could be ISIS recruits as well. Although it is explained that doesn't wash with critics. It's not like these drivers are innocent uninvolved citizens like children or sick people, writes J.D. Dwyer. They're waging ISIS's war, just like all the other uninformed complainants who make up 100% of ISIS's ranks. This is how far Obama's administration is going to avoid collateral damage, and who knows, it might be worse. Then it goes on to say that the U.S. military pilots have also been confirmed that they are ordered not to drop 75% of the ordnance on ISIS targets because they could not get clearance from their superiors. So basically, they're not allowed to do it. And here's a clip of basically Alex and Paul Joseph Watson actually breaking it down.
That's why they left the oil supplies alone for 15 months, because they knew that ISIS couldn't take over parts of Iraq and Syria without that massive financing. So now this article that's linked up on Drudge Report, they're getting a 45-minute warning before the US airstrikes these oil tankers. And of course the excuse is, we want to prevent civilian casualties, which of course didn't apply when they struck the hospital.
No, that allows them to then park the trucks, and this is what's not in the story, I would add it, that I know this tactic. It allows them to park the trucks inside mosques, inside facilities, where then they're no-go for strikes, so they can then tell the pilots, you can't target. See, so they don't want to tell the pilots you can't target because they get upset, and it causes a rebellion, because then the military starts reporting back that it's all staged, as pilots have gone public and already told us 6 months ago. So that's what they're really doing here, is allowing them to take most of these tankers and cache them.
Yeah, and as he said, these US military pilots have come forward and said they're not allowed to drop 75% of their ordnance on ISIS targets because they're not getting clearance from their superiors. So they've got this window of opportunity to wipe them out completely. They're being called back. They're being told not to deploy their full ordnance, again, because this policy has been from the very start, and it's not a conspiracy theory, it's in their own documents, to allow the rise of ISIS to act as a destabilizing force against Assad.
That's Council on Foreign Relations 3 years ago.
There you go. The fact is this. We already know that basically they're basically pulling the attackers into mosques and saying basically, no, don't bomb those, because they don't want to piss anybody off. because they all know they're going to get reprimanded for it. I mean, say, hey, well, I hate to say it, just bomb the mosque. Who cares? I mean, these guys are waging jihad on us, and Turkey is also buying the oil from ISIS as well. Oh boy. ISIS. So basically, this whole thing is a complete farce played on the States, who also supports ISIS as well, along with Saudi Arabia, who's also probably buying their oil too. So there you go. Another article here, folks, written by Kirk Nemo. It is actually titled, Damn Tulsi Gabbard. War Against Assad Illegal, Unconstitutional. Underneath it says, Congress has now declared war. And you can see a video here. There's one here, and there's another one at the bottom of here, too. And basically, the article goes on that she did it in October on CNN, and she did it again Sunday from Paris. After talking about the visa waiver program, she criticizes U.S. foreign policy inabilities and points out the ongoing effort to get rid of Bashar al-Assad is illegal and unconstitutional. Democrat Gabbard and Republican Rand Paul are part of a small majority in Congress who dares to go up against the establishment and the forever war prop agenda. Gabbard, a veteran who fought in Iraq, teamed up with the Republican Adam Scott on Friday to introduce bills to put an end to the effort to oust al-Assad. During the interview in Paris, CNN Jake Tapper said a lot of people say Assad is a bloodthirsty giant who killed hundreds, if not thousands, of his own people. Because basically that's not true, Mr. Tapper. But you love lying so damn much you don't know what's up and what's down. What's down? On Earth, could want to do... How on earth could you want the same state of power? They said the same thing about Iraq. They said the same thing about Gaddafi in Libya. Gabbard said, look at the state these countries are in today. They have been overrun and filled with chaos. And ISIS and Islamic extremist group have grown stronger in these countries and terrorizing the people there. I mean, the lady just said it all right there. Crystallizing it right there. We funded ISIS. We gave them our weapons, we gave them tanks, we gave them everything else. Well, not tanks, but you get the idea. This lady just hit the nail on the head. And be honest with you, this thing kinda has to stop. I'm dead serious. This is over the top. I mean, if we don't do something soon, we might actually lose this country too. Well, enough about that. This is a final article there, and it's a video written by Leanne Matthews. The title is called Is Black Friday Racist? Attorneys call the day after Thanksgiving racist, and it's written by, well, the lovely Leanne McAdoo, I suppose. So here's the video here. I hope you just listen to it.
Do you think that Black Friday has a racist connotation?
Not really.
Honestly, yeah. Thinking about that, I never really thought about it in that way with racist connotations.
I can see how it could be definitely offensive to people. I don't know where my opinion stands on it.
As far as that goes, sorry, I'm just gonna...
I'm not familiar with the historical connotations of Black Friday, so I'm not sure if that question even applies or not. Like, it could not, but I just don't know.
I don't even know what the beginning of what are like the beginnings of Black Friday? What is like the origin of it?
Well, no one really knows, but there are a lot of things people are alleging, and it's kind of like a Black Lives Matter concern with this, that it had something to do with slavery, and that they would sell their slaves at a discount in order to, get the plantations filled with workers for the harsh winter.
I think I did hear that before, but I mean, Now they do it for discount items.
Every year, this people they get a little bit offended by it, and so
Really? I didn't even know that, dude.
Okay, the problem is who is being offended. Like, is it like the non-black community or is it the black community? Because if the black community is offended, then I would be more for changing it than if like someone who wasn't black was offended. You know, because they're the only ones who get to decide whether or not something has offensive connotations to them. Because they're the community that has lived through the historical implications.
Alright, that's enough. Basically, nobody knows what this whole thing means. I don't even know what the whole thing means. So basically, I'm just as stupid as ever. But and Al Jones also goes into what it means too, so here he is.
When you look at these women and these men, you see helplessness, you see weakness, you see softness to a level never before seen in humans. You see a disconnection from reality, a foppish, sycophantic, jellyfish-like spirit. And it's very frightening because there are armies of these people who have the right to vote, who I guarantee you, if you ask those same people, do you support Obama fighting Assad? They say, oh, yes, I do. I appreciate him, his Nobel Peace Prize. Oh, yeah. I mean, these are dangerous people. Like the Mark Dice folks he talks to, where 9 out of 10 say, yes, arrest all gun owners. Okay, we're going to put them in forced labor camps. Oh, yeah, I'm sick of these people. A lot of these folks would sit by while you and I are putting handcuffs and drug off to some gulag and just sit there on their little piggy hind ends thinking it's all cute. And everyone keeps saying, I don't know. It's just time for businesses to get in the black, and a lot of states do the thing where they don't have any taxes on that day. So it's about you getting in the black, them getting in the black. It's about prosperity. That's what Black Friday is. Let's go back to it.
Okay, thank you. So now you know what it actually was now. People were in the red, so they said, okay, fine, let's try to get back into black, discount a whole bunch of stuff, you know, that sort of thing. But this actually shows how politically incorrect these people are, and they don't know jack squat. They don't even know what planet they're on. They don't know where the hell they are. And it's nothing, and this whole thing should be exposed as a big, fat scam. That's all I'm gonna say on that subject. That's all I have to say. Well, that's all the articles I have for you today. If you'd like to read more about these articles, please go to the link below or go to printpad.com or Infowars.com. Make it 100 articles. Those are just what I have for you today. This is the Infowars News Blitz. I'm Infowars Live from free read number 3. Please like, subscribe, and donate. Bye-bye.